Welcome to a brand new episode of another Shitty Opinion podcast. It's your boy John, and my co-host Bree, and welcome back to this new episode. So last week, we was talking about Complex, how they did their versus power rankings rap. So it wasn't like they gave their criteria and why they felt rappers was ranked where they ranked. So my co-host came up with the idea that we should do an R&B ranking, but instead of doing 30, we're just gonna go with the top 10, our top 10 power rankings. So we're about to get into our list. You want to go one for one, or just reveal the whole list? Or you go 10 to 6, I go 10 to 6, and you go 5-1, I go 5-1. What you trying to do? Or just the whole list?
Honey, just say your list.
All right.
Because we know this is going to be bullshit.
So I gotta go first?
Do you want to rock, paper, scissors? I don't know what you want to do.
No, fine. I'll let my list be said. And then we'll say our list and we'll discuss each other's list. So at number 10, I put Trey Songz at number 10.
Ooh.
Put Trey at number 10. Number 9, I put The Dream. Overall writing credits, thought about writing credits as well. Like, he wrote records for some people too. So I feel like verses wise, because verses is not just the records you create. So you write a record, that counts to your resume. So I added that. That's number 9. And number 8, I feel like he has the same status, but I feel like he had more of it, so like his own solo records. I was thinking about putting him higher on my list. But at number 8, I got Neo.
That's disrespectful.
Got Neo at 8. But he's another one. At 7, I got Sade at 7.
Okay.
At 6, like as I was doing my research and whatnot, this artist was popped up on all top 100 great R&B artist lists. He was top 5 in all the lists I've seen. So at number 6. Put Stevie Wonder.
Okay.
At 5, I have Mariah Carey.
Okay.
At 4, I got Chris Brown.
Okay.
At 3, I have Beyonce.
That's so disrespectful. You tried it.
At 3, I got Beyonce. Number 2, I have Usher at number 2.
You dare play by Beyonce? Okay.
I have him at number 2, and number 1, I went with the queen of R&B, and I put Mary J at 1.
No, you so disrespectful.
I'm 10 to 1.
Okay. I guess you want me to say mine now, right?
You want to break down my list, or you want, it's up to you.
I already told you, disrespectful for having Neo at the bottom. And then you disrespectful for putting Beyonce 3rd. And Usher 2nd. You disrespectful. But I'm not going to judge your list, even though I already judged it in my head and it's some bullshit.
My list wasn't bad, though. I feel like that was a good list.
It wasn't bad, but your list is
I feel like
bullshit.
My placement orders for certain people should be rearranged.
Yes, sir. But okay.
Let's get to your list and we'll,
Okay. So, I wrote on paper, guys. Mm-hmm. So, at number 10, I got Faith Evans. Miss Faith Evans, because you don't listen to R&B. At number 9, I have Alicia Keys.
She almost made my list. Alicia Keys almost made my list.
Almost. Alicia Keys should have made your list, but okay.
I can see. That's why I said no offense to 9 and 10 on my list. I feel like 9 and 10 could have been rearranged, but yes.
At number 7, I have Janet Jackson.
Mm-hmm. Oh, damn.
And
that was definitely one I missed on my list. I was supposed to put it on my list. I knew I was forgetting, man.
At number 6, I have Chris Brown.
Okay.
Number 5, I have Mary J. Blige. Okay. Number 4, I have Usher. Mm-hmm. Number 3, I have Neil. Mm-hmm. Number 2, I have Rihanna. And number 1, of course, the Queen Bee.
You know what's crazy? I was gonna put Rihanna on my list, but I don't know. She's like I don't know if is she like more pop R&B? Like I feel like her genre is a little more.
She's still considered an R&B artist more than anything.
No, yeah, that's why I was a little confused about. But she would have definitely been. She would have definitely been on my list, and she would have definitely been very high on my list. So
your list sucks.
Those don't suck. But those are. I could say you had at least 3 names on your list that should have been on my list. Like
you miss Janet Jackson.
No, that was
Janet Jackson started.
No, I'm saying no.
R&B.
I'm not gonna. I admit that was a bad miss on my list because she's definitely like one of the greatest. So that was a bad miss on my list. But the Rihanna one, I wasn't 100% sure like where to categorize her. So that's.
I mean, she's definitely an R&B singer. I mean, she has some pop, but so does Beyonce and so does Neil. So
I feel like all of them. I feel like all of them. You know, at a certain point, they'll give you like a pop record, or whatnot.
Right.
But
I think that's normal. But
yeah, it's not wrong with that. I was just like, it was only with her. I felt like she was like a little diverse, and she's more like of other stuff than more than R&B.
Okay.
So that's why I wasn't too sure, but she would have definitely been top 3 on my list.
No, but they do consider her to be an R&B singer.
So yeah, no, I'm just saying that's the only reason why I left her on my list because I considered her like a little more mixed than R&B, like, you know.
Right. Because when I was basically looking up stats, they consider her R&B. Like in her bio, or even on the billboards, they consider her like an R&B thing.
Because they had the billboard shit breaking down, so it was like adult, contemporary. You could see what they charged for each category. Right.
So they had it for R&B singer.
So yeah, so I think my list is solid, but it
ain't solid. You don't.
Huh?
It ain't solid.
I think
you don't got Janet Jackson. You got Alicia Keys on there.
That's 2.
You don't got Faith Evans on there.
Those are 2 big misses, and the other one I wasn't categorized. But
miss Faith Evans too.
I just feel like I feel like in this category there's definitely many artists, and I'm pretty sure there's other artists that feel like, you know, that we also could be in consideration. But
you miss Faith Evans.
Yeah, you know, you could say.
I never knew.
I'm just saying, like, when it comes down to that, it's just breaking down like one artist versus the other artist. But that was my top 10 power ranking. You gave us your.
You think if you had top 20, that Alicia Keys would have been on there?
She's definitely, yeah, of course, of course. I feel like I said, number 9 and number 10 definitely could have been rearranged on my list. Like number 9.
No, but you didn't have Alicia Keys on there anyway, so I'm asking.
So she probably would have been, yes. She definitely, of course, should have cracked top. If I did a top 25 ranking, she definitely would have cracked it.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, put some respect on Alicia Keys' name.
Oh, no.
Before people come for you in the comments. Don't disrespect Alicia Keys.
All I'm just saying is, I feel like my list was solid.
I didn't say it wasn't. I'm just saying there were some people that you forgot.
Yes, that should have put on the list, but it wasn't like I clearly forgot them, but I could subtract my number 10 and easily plug Lisa there with my list. I could easily just throw her in the list.
But for you to be such a big fan of Michael, I thought your mindset would go.
I'm not gonna lie.
If I can't.
That was a brain fart. With Janet was a brain fart. I don't know how I forgot to put her on the list. She's the sister, you know, even though she's solidified her legacy and whatnot, but you know, she's the sister of the GOAT.
Right. And she's a GOAT in her own way. Like when you think of Janet, you think of like
it's like she created her own lane. Obviously, we know she has the famous brother and whatnot, but she had created her whole shit. Like,
right.
But I definitely that one was a brain fart. I can't believe I forgot Janet. That one was bad. She definitely probably, and she would have been higher on my list. She'd have definitely been higher on my list. But yeah, I think my list thing. I know you expected a way worse list than that.
Was even though Beyonce was third, you disrespectful as hell
though. Oh, she's great as well. She's great as well. But I felt like I put the Queen. You know what I'm trying to say? Put the Queen at number one. I feel like they gave her that name for a reason. So I felt like that was the proper way to be number one. Because my true number one is in a fallen, sunken place now. But
okay,
yeah, he's locked up behind bars.
Oh, okay.
He would have been my number one.
Even though they say some stuff about Trey Songz now.
Oh well, yes, like I said, subject to change, innocent till proven guilty. So that's why I threw him on the list. So I throw him on the list till then. But if he's proven guilty, obviously my list will change. But my list will change.
Got you, Daddy. Got you.
But the one, I'm not gonna lie, Cal's would definitely been my number one because musically, he has records for days. He has all the records, and I really think it's only a handful of people that could actually compete with him in the verses. That's my opinion, but I like my list. Your list was, I liked your list as well.
Oh, thank you. I worked really hard on that list. Okay.
I definitely had a brain fart with one of the names, and then another name. I just wasn't too sure about her placement. So
the way I did this list was I took advice from my husband. He was like, "Don't make it all about stats. Make it about you remember the music that you heard from them, right?" So that's why Faith Evans made my list, because there's a lot of songs for Faith Evans that if you hear it today, like even the young kids, if they hear it today, they'd be bumping to it because it just has that effect.
Yeah,
and so
it resonates.
Right, Faith has that, like she has that music that
Yeah, I understand. I didn't base all my numbers. I based it, like low star power. Basically, I took a little of everything, like star power, record, like bigger records. Like certain artists just have like a really good song, like you will like it was a really good song, but it didn't really chart well, but you still love that song. And then certain artists will have that song that everyone loves, but as well it charted well. So I took that into consideration. And then I thought about artists who obviously if you write records, that's a plus. So like an artist like Neo, he has his own, like, not counting his writings, he has his own catalog of good records that if he wants to, he can go like, let me go play something I wrote for this such and such artist, this artist, and I could play that. And these was also good big records that everyone listened to. So that's how I mix it in there. Because
I get it. I get how you mixed it in there. I'm just saying, like, I didn't go solely about
Stats is one thing, but I feel like when it comes to certain things, it's a little more than stats. Stats is one part of the pie. There's still other parts of the pie that make the whole thing whole. That's how I look at it.
Gotcha.
But I know I don't know what you was expecting on my list, but I know.
Listen, I expected you to put Beyonce at number 3 because you a hater. You're a real hater, and so you like to say you're not a hater, but you a hater.
Nah.
So they don't even call Mary J. Blige a queen no more. It's now Queen B, and so you a hater, but I wasn't gonna say nothing about it. At least you put her on your list. You didn't put Rihanna on your list, and I was like, "What the hell?" When I didn't hear Rihanna, I'm like, "Wait a minute."
Yeah, no,
usually
that was
usually the spokesperson for Rihanna. So
yeah, but yeah, like I said, for her, I wasn't too sure of her placement, but she would definitely been. She was, like I said, with her, like I said, I'll be rearranging my list. You probably would have been mad with my placement if I would have put her on my list.
Right, where would her placement have been?
Ahead of somebody that you love.
That's crazy, though. That's crazy though. That's crazy though.
It's close between them two, man. It's close. It's real close.
You disrespectful. Can't even look at you.
Mega stars. They're both mega stars, but their positioning on my list will be like, close to each other. It's like, you here. I don't know. Maybe switch. Yeah.
You disrespectful. That's all I gotta say to the public. You disrespectful.
So if I could, she was supposed to be on my list, but again.
This was actually fun. I must say, looking up the stats, and I like this. This was actually fun. So guys, maybe we'll do more lists for you guys because this was actually really fun.
We'll do more lists and we'll get a little more critical and break it down that way, But
yes,
feel free to chime in. I'm pretty sure even with both our lists, there's probably people gonna think you gotta add this person, where was this person at, where was that person at.
Right.
There's certain R&B artists that's just they have that following that people just love. They may not be big, but like there's people that really love their work.
Right.
So, but
go ahead, John.
I like my list. I like my list. I thought my list was
okay. Okay.
But Riri should have been on my list. That's one thing I said. I got that wrong. So, but we're gonna go through lose. So supposedly, they're about to put Maya Angelou on a quarter. I feel like that's interesting. Interesting news. Did they ever do the other one? Who they were supposed to put on the 20? Was it the $20 bill? They're supposed to put Harriet Tubman on.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, Maya Angelou is going to be the first. Is set to be the first Black woman to ever appear on a coin.
I want her on a $100 bill.
Mm-hmm. So,
or a $50 bill.
They said the quarters will be rolling out in 2025, but they're in the process of making. I feel like that's dope.
That's not long though for quarters.
I feel like they got to do a whole bunch of editing and whatnot.
I don't think so. I think it's not that hard. I watch how to make pennies and stuff, so it's not that hard. No, I don't know why they don't.
I think what they do is like, because remember how, I think what they do is when they put a new design, they filter out the old design. So that's what makes it a little longer process. Like you know how we got the $20 bills thing, but every now and then you might get an older bill. It's like bills from the 90s you barely see. You might luckily get a bill from the 90s nowadays.
Right.
That's why I feel like that's probably what makes the process a little longer. They gotta filter out the old and then bring in the new. So
right.
So but I say maybe like after it comes out, maybe like in 2030, like later, might not see George Washington on the quarter. That would be a rare thing to see. Oh shit, I got George Washington on the quarter. Because they're gonna filter it out. But I think that's dope. I think I don't know exactly, but it was gonna put Harriet Tubman on the $20 bill. It was or talks of that. It just hasn't taken place yet.
Right. Well, Maya Angelou need to go higher than a quarter.
Well, that's something, At least she made a coin. I feel like that's still dope. Let's see.
Oh yeah.
$20 bill. Tubman.
What I'm saying is I don't know. I feel like she deserves more than a quarter.
You feel
she's
like
done more.
Not
that I'm ungrateful that she's, on money because money is money, but I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it says I guess it's still pending. It's still pending, but it's still in the works.
Gotcha.
It'll be dope. It'll definitely be dope. I think anybody can. People probably would have been mad, but putting on a penny still would have been dope. But people probably been mad with that placement, so I think I feel like that's dope that, 25 quarters still be used a lot. But even though we're going digitally with money, quarters definitely be used a lot. I feel like dimes and nickels and those.
And I be getting rid of those.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I feel like everything under the quarter don't really be used a lot. And then the 50 cent, there's a 50-cent coin and there's a dollar coin. But nobody really.
Who the fuck use a dollar coin?
Now, if you go to the MTA and you buy a Metro card with
they give you.
That's where you'll get the dollar coins. Like, fuck, got mad dollar coins. Like, damn.
Yo, that's what I swear to God, right? So when I started working all the way in Yonkers, right? I used to take the bus. And at first I forgot because my job was so close to my house. Mm-hmm. Like I never used the Metro North. Yo, one day, all I had was a $10 bill. The ticket to get from Yankee Stadium to Yonkers is $3. All I had was a $10 bill. There was no fucking clerk, nothing. Y'all put that $10 bill in.
All you hear is so I hate that shit. Especially like all you hear is all that shit hitting. Like,
yeah, I was so pissed. Like,
so you just scoop this shit up, you scoop it up.
And then I have long nails. So.
Yeah, bro.
The lady was looking at me, Johnny. It took me 15 minutes to get on my.
Yeah, that's $1. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not leaving that shit behind.
I'm saying it's not $1 bill, it's still $1.
Yeah, I wasn't leaving that shit behind. I took that shit with me. I don't care. I sit there for 15 minutes scooping that shit out with my nails. Oh, well. And then Devin was like, oh, you could just use the app. But even then, I think they should at least give for like $5 bill.
Well, they gave Harry the $20 bill, so I guess,
I guess, Johnny, since we settling. Since we settling on quarters and shit.
I'm saying, like, just the optics of how they perceive and how they want to move. I'm just saying they probably thought, well, we gave Harry the $20 bill. That's still pending. No status update on that. We gave it 20. We're gonna do another change. All right, boom, quarter. I don't think the quarter's bad. I think it's dope. The value may not be as much as other stuff. But I think putting it on the quarter is dope. That's a dope idea. And I feel like it's, yeah. And again, she's gonna be the first Black woman to ever be on a coin. And then Harry gonna be, she's gonna be when it's official and things. She'll be the first.
Yes, because that's what we settling for.
She'll be the first Black woman to grace the bill whenever it comes to fruition. But that's dope. It's dope. Shout out to them. They've did much in their respective lives that makes them deserve what they got. You know what I'm trying to say? Like they did so much in their lives that I feel like this achievement is dope and it's special. So either quarter or not, I feel like it should be celebrated.
Right.
But we're gonna move on to HBO Max. We've been talking about reboots. We talked about last week how they had the reboot trailer to Fresh Prince that came out. But supposedly HBO Max has a Degrassi reboot in the works. And it's interesting. Cause I definitely watched Degrassi. It has so many.
Did you really? Yeah. Because I'm gonna tell you something. I was the biggest fan of Degrassi. Okay, I was Paige. I wasn't Cassie because she was a little hoe, but I was. I was Emma at one point before she became a hoe.
They did my man's dirty in Degrassi when he stabbed my man's in the back. I just can't remember his name. That shit was sad as shit.
They did Audrey.
No, not. Oh, well, he got shot. Yeah, talking about Jimmy.
Oh,
talking about what's his
I know you're talking about. It wasn't Tommy.
What's his name?
The kid that he had a kid. He had a baby.
You heard the little white boy.
He had a baby. Yes, he had a baby with the black girl.
Oh yeah, the black girl with the glasses. The black girl with the glasses.
Yeah, they end up having a baby.
He got stabbed in his back.
Degrassi was too advanced for us back then.
Well,
I didn't even.
Yeah, I feel like it was a decent mix of what you call it. I feel like it looked childish, like it looked a little
JT.
There we go, JT. I was saying, it just what Degrassi was, it looked kiddish, but it was a little deeper. Cause then what you call Netflix actually a few years ago brought back Degrassi, but that one
he had a baby with Liberty.
Nobody girl with the glasses, you know. Degrassi's a shit. And I feel like if they do it on HBO Max, it's definitely gonna be a little serious tone because it's like HBO Max is like, you know.
You remember Toby? That was JT's best friend. Mm-hmm. I used to I thought he was so sweet. And then I loved Ashley. And then because Ashley was one of the black girls. And then they had another black girl. I forgot her name.
I feel like
Hazel, that was her name, Hazel.
I don't remember how far did I watch. Like how far did I went?
So I stopped watching. Okay, so JT basically started dating another girl who had a baby. Remember?
Yeah.
And then he got killed because then he wanted to go back with Liberty. And then they started bringing in new people, and I was like, oh, okay. And then Drake left because I guess he was done. He was already in the wheelchair for a few years, and then he left because he was done with that shit. And then Paige left, and then Emma left, and then Manny left, and I was like, oh, this shit ain't shit no more. So I left, right? And then it had a
lot of people was leaving, and it was filtering and putting in new characters. It was just
and I was just done because I already had built like rapport with those characters. So to be honest with you, I don't know how I feel about the reboot. I'm like I said in the last episode, I'm a person who doesn't really do reboots because I already watched what I wanted to watch, and Degrassi to me was just. It was enough drama when I was that age. I don't, as an adult, don't want to watch that shit.
It's because you're not gonna resonate to you like it resonated to you at the time, you know. Because you're older.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, I don't got time for that shit.
I feel like it'll work if they could bring back, like, not all the cast members, like bring back some cast members and have it where it's like, you know, since they're still around, have it based off, like, have them involved, like, oh, such and such is a dad now, or such and such is a mother now, or stuff like that, and then their kids in school. I don't know. They're probably gonna go with a whole fresh reboot, but I feel like that would be a dope way to do it.
I just would have never thought of a Degrassi reboot. I thought where we left it is where we left it. There's some reboots that shouldn't happen. And I'm going to tell you why, Johnny, because I just feel like that generation is done watching those kind of shows. So our generation is done watching Degrassi type of shows. So at this point, like...
that means they're just trying to create a new demographic. They're going to try to, with the older generation, the people that watched before, they're just going to try to recreate it with this new generation. It's like, boom, here, y'all about to have Degrassi.
Yeah, I just don't see it in my future.
Yeah, I just been around for so many years, so it's like only a matter of time.
Right. No, I get that, but I just won't be watching it. I think it's just ugh.
Ugh. Yeah, but I think I like HBO Max shows, but I like how HBO Max do shows. But as we talk about HBO Max, Suicide Squad got a spinoff based off Peacemaker, John Cena's character on Suicide Squad 2.
So be honest, did you like the Suicide Squad 2?
Yeah, I liked it. I told
number
you,
2?
We spoke about this. We spoke about the movie.
I don't remember we spoke about number 2.
Yeah, I was a fan of my man's King Shark.
Oh yeah, that movie sucked.
But we definitely talked about it. But I'm not gonna lie, I watched the first episode. I'm watching
me, Johnny.
It's funny, but it's like, what the fuck am I watching? It's a little I don't know how to explain it.
You're gonna have to, Johnny.
I like it. It's violent, crazy language. So you know, if you're not a big fan of violence and foul language, I would suggest don't watch it. But the first, I think John Cena is doing his thing as Peacemaker, and I think the show is gonna be dope. I watched the first episode. I didn't finish the second episode yet, but they dropped the first 3 episodes on HBO Max. I feel like we should give it a try. It's just funny.
No, Johnny, I can't because I have so many shows right now. To be honest,
I do got some shows, but I feel like a lot of my shows is I need something to. I was able to watch 3 episodes. I didn't watch all 3, but they put out 3 episodes, so I could watch that.
Yeah, but I don't have time for that.
Wait, I'm used to the week-to-week wait, but I'm not. I'm 50-50 on the week to week. But then sometimes,
Johnny, here's my thing. I can't afford to watch any more shows. I have 90 Day Fiance. I have Sister Wives. I had Woman in Empowerment show. The one about the little boy.
the little boy. Woman empowerment, little boy.
Oh, right, Emmett Till and
Are you actually watching that series?
Yo, I'm really watching it, and I'm gonna tell you something, okay? All jokes aside, it's the most heart-wrenching thing I've watched, especially being a mom to a Black child. Yo, that shit is just crazy. And it's, I mean,
you dropped that,
Johnny, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. Like, I made Devin watch it with me, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because it's just really empowering. It's just really beautiful. It's really sad. But it's empowering to our people. Like, it's just.
I feel like it's like certain shit. Like now that I'm older and I'm more like I know certain things that be happening. Like when they did the show on the Central Park 5 and just watching what they was doing just made me like angry. So it's like watching. I can see there's other factors on that, but watching like what takes place will probably anger me. like nah. But
you have to watch it because again, this is like their pilot season. So they basically trying out to see how many viewers. NBC is actually trying to see ABC. I'm sorry. They're trying to figure out how many viewers they're gonna get with this. And if they do, they continue. And this is our stories. These are stories that our kids need to watch. These are stories that
I'm saying. I don't think they'll probably. I don't know if they'll continue Emmett Till's story.
No, it's different. It's the first one they started with Ribby Bridges, which is a little girl, right?
Bridges, yeah.
Right.
They went to the Supreme Court. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Right. So they started with that one. That one got some really good.
Okay, that's dope. It's an anthology series. It's like 5 episodes based on something like this.
Right. So we as the people got to watch it and bring up their numbers just so that they can get the opportunity. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah. But I thought it was based off that one story. I was like, there's only much you could carry with that story because we all know what's happened, and that's what I was saying. But I didn't know.
Yes, but we don't know what happened really. They go into depth. I mean, like Johnny, they go into depth. Like, I mean, we know he got lynched and beat up because he talked to a white woman, but they go into depth of like.
And for the white woman to say before she died that.
Right, they going into depth of like the whole story of how these people.
I'll definitely give it a try, but it's just like I ain't trying to see some.
Yeah, it's gonna make you angry because of course it's our people and it's a really sad story. It's gonna make you angry. It made us angry, but
I'll give it a try. I'll definitely watch it.
But I'm just saying, I have so many other shows right now. I can't watch that dumb HBO Max shit because right now it's just
I'll tell you. Also, he plays like like John Cena, Peacemaker, he plays like an idiot, and it's just hilarious.
But in Suicide Squad, he played an idiot.
Yeah, but my point is like the show, like he's the star of the show, so like in Suicide Squad, he had his moments, but you could say Harley Quinn was the star of that movie. Like it was more like I feel like you could say between her and Elba's character was like the two like the main characters, and everybody had their stories and everybody got interesting storylines, but with this one is more him, and he's just
he's always been a dummy.
When you and Dev have a time, just give it a look. But it's the way the first episode ends is just funny and crazy at the same time. It's like, what the fuck is going on? But I enjoyed it. I didn't even know. I was like, when I heard that shit came out, I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't even know that shit came out yet. But I enjoyed the first episode and a half because I didn't finish the second episode. I enjoyed the first episode and a half. Interesting stuff, but we're gonna move on. So Dad sent the link to it. They have been dropping the annual earnings from 2021. We're in 2022 now, so they've been dropping like the annual earnings.
I'm gonna start doing TikTok too.
Yeah, get into it.
I'm lying. I don't have time for that shit.
You cash away, you make some money. It's not a thing. You're just gonna have to put time and commitment into it.
Yeah, I don't have time for time and commitment. I have time for. I barely have time to sleep, so time and commitment is just not there yet. I'm sorry, but it's good to see some of these
Yeah, me and Dev had that debate because 4 of the 5 were, white TikTok creators.
Are they creators or are they thieves? But I didn't say that.
Let's just say they get the credit and the money, but we know where the influence of where it comes from. We'll put it that way. Like we know where the money should be going to, but it doesn't go there, obviously, because it goes to what? But with stuff like that, it's just it's hard to go about it. Like get you put like doing like social media videos. It's a little hard. You can't really copyright it and stop people from copying you or taking what you.
I don't think you can stop people from copying you, but I think credit needs to be due where it needs to be due.
Yeah, listen, I feel
and
like
they won't.
Yeah, that's saying most people just look at it as like, I get more views than you. It's mine. I'm saying they all think like that, but I'm pretty sure some of them think about that. They'll see some.
Okay.
They'll see like a video that don't got the same amount of views. I got a big following. I'm gonna just copy that whole video, add maybe a little whatever to it, a little change to it, and then boom, I have the million followers. My million followers see it, and then it explodes. And then that person who had maybe 100 likes, a little less, a little more, is if they just stolen.
Right.
But
I don't know. TikTok to me is just a dangerous place. You don't see those. You didn't hear about that kid when TikTok first started. Basically killed himself on TikTok, and then TikTok went to go hide.
That's crazy.
And went and tried to hide it. It was just bad. I don't know. TikTok to me, you just gotta watch your kids. It's a lot of stuff on there that I think is
social media in general, like TikTok, not even TikTok alone, just social media in general. You just gotta watch what they watch because you go on.
But I feel like TikTok has less like guidelines than all the other ones.
Think so? I don't know. I don't have TikTok, so I don't know how that
works.
Yeah, so I don't have TikTok. I don't know how that works. But I just know they all have stuff.
Right.
But yeah, like you can go. I'm pretty sure. Especially when I was younger, YouTube had everything. I feel like it's calmed down, but you can still find some wild shit on YouTube.
But I feel like YouTube has now more guidelines. Like it's a lot of things you cannot even do because they will take. Like the other day, I tried to post a video of Devin. Right, I tried to post a video on Instagram of Devin dancing, and they actually put my video on jail until I went and did like, oh yeah, this song don't belong to me. I'm sorry for using it, and then they let me upload it. But again, it's a lot of more guidelines on Instagram than it is on TikTok. And that's just how I feel.
Well, you feel like it's easier to do doing something
right
to get flagged, like what the fuck? Oh, they deleted my shit.
Right.
But I see that. I like I said, I don't know the guidelines, but I do know YouTube has like a strict like thing where it's like you can't play this or you can't put this copyright infringement and stuff like that.
Right.
It's interesting. They even put out the list for top YouTube earners. The Paul brothers was on that list. The Paul brothers was definitely on that list of the top YouTube earners.
They should be on the list for biggest joke. But what I'm saying, but even with them, they have guidelines. They have different things. Like it's stricter rules. Like, but TikTok, I don't think have those strict rules.
So yeah, they like compared to the other sites, they haven't been around no longer, so they definitely gotta fix that. But also, maybe for 2022, that top 5 list would be a little more diverse. I don't know how true it'll be, but maybe 2022 will be a new year, new change, and it'll be a much more diverse list.
I hope so, because that's crazy to me.
But
it's only like a few Black people on that list. That's crazy.
But hopefully we'll see a different change, and but we're gonna talk about the drama. We're getting diss records on people not getting invited to the birthday party. At this point, I feel like I don't know how real it is, but to me, I feel like all that is just entertainment. I don't know how much entertainment, but
see, and I would think that if she wasn't giving her side of the story of why she doesn't want him around and why she's doing certain things, like because she's saying these things, I don't feel like it's just drama. I feel like she really feels some type of way right now.
She probably does, but like I know they're human, they got lives to live, but I just feel like everything they do, any situation they're in, has something like it's like something that's scripted. Not saying that it is or whatnot. I feel like them just doing that reality TV show for so many years, and I feel like anything that has to do with headlines with them is going to lead to something else, or it's like a whole plan behind it. I feel like.
But Johnny, I do think when I heard he moved next door to her, Johnny. We talking about the Kim and Kanye situation, guys. We're talking about the movie Next Door. He just did an interview with Jason Lee, not being able to go to Chicago's birthday party, and just the drama between him and Pete Davis now that he says he's gonna slap Pete Davis. Now, don't get me wrong, it's entertaining as hell. This shit is entertaining. But I do believe when I heard he moved next door, I'm like, yo, that's the dumbest shit ever. Why would he do that? And then when he had the Jason Lee interview and he was explaining like, yo, nobody's going to keep me away from my kids. Like, I don't care. It made sense.
Yeah. So, and that's, like I said, that's very understandable. It's very understandable.
I don't think it's scripted. I think that they crazy.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just numb to all the information at this point. But the way I look,
and like the fact the way they're moving on so quickly, Johnny, pisses me off. To be honest with you,
man, it's all. It's like, oh, you doing that? I'm gonna do this. Oh, you doing that? I'm gonna do this.
Right.
That's all I'm looking. That's how I see it.
But they forget they have kids involved in this.
I don't disregard the fact that even though with how much success, how much money, how much fame they have, they're still human. And they still have, real feelings and how shit. I'm just saying how I see look at it on the outside. They could really be going through some serious shit, but when you look on the outside, I don't know what to believe in that situation. So, but everyone's gonna talk about it because they're very
And that's what
figures.
sucks because they do have kids.
Yes, and there's the kid factor, and then eventually they'll be old enough. Then shit, some of them might be old enough to just YouTube and see certain shit. I'm pretty sure they have guidelines thing, but it's gonna get to the point where they could see certain shit, even though they try to hide it, because for them being so much like big public figures, any little thing they do is gonna be reported like, oh, such as doing this, such as doing that. But I'm just saying, overall, for entertainment purposes, it is entertaining. But if it's like,
So tell me one breakup in Hollywood that wasn't entertaining.
that wasn't, it's sad that we
tell me one.
You know what I'm saying? It's sad.
Tell me one.
No, I'm saying it's sad that we look at it that way. But some of those might have been like real legit. No, like real.
I think this is real legit. I think this is as serious as it's going to get. I think Kanye wants his wife back, but she don't want to go back. So she started dating Pete Davis. Now he gonna slap the shit out of Pete Davis whenever he sees him. So now Pete Davis and Kim are trying to stay away from Kanye because they know he's crazy for real. He's not playing to be crazy. He's crazy. And then
it's not crazy.
He crazy. He said in the song he gonna slap Pete Davis. That he know why he was saved from the accident to slap Pete Davis. Who says that craziness? That's him. He crazy. But I do think that she needs to heal from this marriage before she gets into another relationship. That's crazy that she's already in a full-blown relationship with Pete Davis. That's crazy. He's become the Hollywood rebound.
It is what it is, but like I said, it's still real people at the end of the day. So, but the way I look at it is just like entertainment.
Okay, I don't look at it as entertainment. It's entertaining.
I'm just saying. I'm not.
But I have. You didn't see what Amber Rose wrote?
That was a tweet that resurfaced from a thing.
It doesn't matter. She meant it.
She put an apology. I see.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. She meant it when she said it.
All right, but that was 7 years ago.
So what?
It's nothing. I'm trying to say it was 7 years ago. She's not in the same mind state. She's in a different mind state. When she said it, she meant it. When she said it, she meant it. But she's not thinking like that now.
She means it now. For Johnny, she means it.
Keyword resurfaced 2015.
And she meant it in 2015 and in 2022.
No, she meant it in 2015, but it's 2022. So it's
Whatever.
She got her own life to not worry about. Her hustle, she worrying about. She ain't worried about them.
Whatever. Shit. That's why he did what he did.
Like I said, it's entertainment because I feel like that's just the brand is built that way. So I don't really it's just funny when you hear lines like I survived that crash to come beat Pete Davis's ass. When you hear lines like that and the music's like it's funny, but it's like that even adds more fuel to like what am I paying attention to this for? Like, is this like real or like is this all show? Like that's where I'm at. But wish them the best. They'll be fine. This is obviously.
And I'm gonna enjoy watching them on the way there.
I'm saying this is gonna lead to something. What new show, new something? This ain't all this ain't happening for no reason. This shit gonna lead to some shit.
You think Kanye cares about a fucking show? He don't give a fuck about no show.
Oh, maybe not him. Guy.
Right.
Maybe not him, but no.
He's the one who's stirring up the drama.
Mm-hmm. It is what it is. With that being said, it's your boy John, my co-host Bree, and we are out.